Was the worst day for stocks since March 2020, and very early this morning, prices were falling again.
JP Morgan upping its recession odds to 60% from 40% previously, citing obviously the tariffs, the effect on business sentiment.
Well, BMW is going to rethink South Carolina because it's not going to import tariffed parts, engines from Germany. They import the parts, which will be tariffed, and then they will export them from the United States, where they're manufactured, back to Europe, where they will be tariffed again.
Did you ever think you'd see the day when Fox News turned on Donald Trump? Well, that day has arrived, folks. After Trump's tariff announcement sent the market into a death spiral, even his most loyal media cheerleaders are jumping ship faster than rats on the Titanic. JP Morgan just raised their recession probability to 60%, and suddenly those same Fox hosts who mocked economic concerns under Biden are singing a different tune. They're now saying losing your 401k is patriotic. Yeah, you heard that right. Stay tuned to see exactly how Fox News is trying to distance themselves from the economic dumpster fire while still pretending they never supported the guy holding the matches. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Remember when Fox News was like Trump's personal hype squad? Those days are long gone, folks. The network that once treated Trump's economic policies like they were handed down from the heavens is now doing some serious backpedaling. It's like watching someone who swore they'd never eat fast food again sneaking through the McDonald's drive-thru at midnight. Fox News has done a complete 180 faster than you can say, market collapse.
This big, beautiful economy that actually was rolling pretty good with jobs and inflation coming down feels more like the Game of Thrones Red Wedding.
At this moment in time, with the market down 1,238 points right now on the Dow Industrials and the NASDAQ down 800 right now, and the market's not even open, futures indicating a very ugly opening. Now would be the time for some clarity.
Consumer prices are not going down. We're 70% a consumer-driven country, so building a moat around the United States with protectionist and isolationist economic policies are not positive.
The same network that amplified Trump's economic genius is now showing cracks in their unwavering support. Once they couldn't get enough of his tariff talk, it was all "Make America Great Again" and "America First" economics. Now, they're quietly questioning those same policies as the market tanks harder than a concrete canoe. What's truly fascinating is watching how Fox News has shifted their entire economic narrative. When the market was up under Trump, they couldn't stop talking about it. Look at your 401ks, folks. But now that the market's responding to Trump's tariff threats with all the enthusiasm of a cat being given a bath, suddenly the stock market isn't such a reliable economic indicator anymore. The mental gymnastics happening on Fox would win gold at the Olympics. In one of the most bizarre twists, some commentators have tried spinning the market downturn as some kind of patriotic sacrifice. Yes, you heard that right. Losing your retirement savings is now apparently your civic duty.
We still have a special relationship.
Well, it's not that special, is it? If you've imposed 10% tariffs on everything.
What? Did I finish my sentences, or are you going to do the usual BBC thing? Would you like to have the EU tariff level instead?
Well, some people here don't really understand why there's any 10% tariff at all, considering the trading relationship between the US and the UK is balanced.
You know, after Brexit, you've reaffirmed your independence, and I think that is being proven today by the special rate that has been afforded to the UK.
Nothing says, "I love America," like watching your financial future circle the drain. What's next? Poverty is patriotic, bankruptcy is brave. Even Trump's biggest media cheerleaders are creating some distance. They're not jumping ship entirely, more like keeping one foot on the dock while the boat drifts away. Instead of their usual full-throated defense, they're using watered-down language like short-term pain when discussing the economic fallout. It's the equivalent of saying, yes, the house is on fire, but think how warm and cozy it is. The real kicker is watching Fox try to maintain its credibility while completely contradicting its previous economic messaging. For years, they told viewers that stock market performance was the ultimate economic scorecard. Now they're frantically trying to convince the same audience that massive market losses are actually no big deal or even good for you.
Has President... Oh, sorry, just let me check then. So what does the UK need to offer the US in order to either bring that 10% down or eliminate it altogether?
There should be parity. So if you don't discriminate against US goods, then the other partner, in this case the UK, will not have their products discriminated against. It's not complicated. It's very, very simple. The goods of each trading partner should be handled and should be taxed, should be tariffed at commensurate rate.
It's like your doctor telling you that sudden weight gain is actually a sign of excellent health. The economic earthquake from Trump's tariff tantrum isn't just shaking the Fox News building. His entire conservative support system is crumbling faster than a dollar store lawn chair. While Trump posts his "only the weak will fail" nonsense online, the financial titans who once kissed his ring are running away like he has economic cooties. Billionaire investor Bill Ackman, who previously thought Trump hung the moon, is now desperately begging for a 90-day pause on these tariffs. When a Wall Street big shot who normally loves tax cuts is suddenly worried about economic stability, you know things are getting seriously bad. It's like watching your drunk uncle suddenly switch to water at Thanksgiving dinner. Something's definitely wrong. Even the king of fast-talking conservative podcasters, Ben Shapiro, has turned on Trump's tariff plan. The guy who spent years defending Trump's every brain fart is now calling these tariffs exactly what they are: a massive tax increase on regular Americans. When Ben Shapiro and Jerome Powell are suddenly economic besties, we've officially entered the financial twilight zone. You know who else thinks Trump's tariffs stink? The Heritage Foundation. This isn't some liberal think tank. These are the buttoned-up conservative policy nerds who normally love everything with Trump's name on it. But even they're calling his tariffs poor policy. That's like your most loyal friend telling you your breath smells bad. They wouldn't say it unless it was really, really terrible. Meanwhile, BMW is looking at their South Carolina factory like it's a bad investment, potentially leaving thousands of American workers in the dust. So much for that America First promise. Those manufacturing jobs Trump swore he'd protect are now at risk because his tariff temper tantrum is making imported parts too expensive. It's like promising to fix someone's roof and then setting their house on fire instead. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell isn't mincing words either, warning these tariffs will jack up inflation and slow down economic growth. That's the exact opposite of what Trump promised would happen. It's like hiring a plumber who floods your bathroom and then tells you to be grateful for the indoor swimming pool. The S&P 500 has now dropped over 5% since Trump took office, something that's only happened once before during the first months of George W. Bush's presidency back in 2001. And we all remember how well the economy did after that, right? So here we are. Trump's bold, "only the weak will fail" tweet is now the biggest self-own in political history. As the market continues its freefall, his entire conservative ecosystem is giving him the cold shoulder faster than a teenage breakup. The real comedy show? Watching his supporters trying to convince themselves that their vanishing retirement funds are actually patriotic sacrifices. Like burning money is somehow making America great again. What's next in this economic circus? Will Trump's loyal MAGA crowd finally wake up when they check their accounts? Or will they keep nodding along as their financial future circles the drain? Turns out loyalty is just another commodity Trump can't afford anymore.